Music. The former President of the United States, along with two former executives of his companies, faces a lifetime prohibition from participating in the real estate of New York and a hefty fine of $370 million, according to New York Attorney General Letitia James. The proposal is part of the post-trial motions submitted in the Trump fraud case on Friday, January 50, 2024, as reported by NBC News attorneys from James' office, claim that Trump is liable for $168 million in interest that was allegedly saved via deceitful means, plus an extra $52 million from the sale of the old post office building in Washington, D.C., which is home to one of Trump's hotels. James wants $60 million from the sale of the Ferry Point golf course deal, $2.5 million from the severance agreements of former Trump Organization controller Jeff McCann and former Trump Organization Chief Financial Officer Howard Weisselberg, as far as the real estate business and any involvement with New York organizations or entities is concerned. The Attorney General is pushing for a permanent injunction against Trump, Weisselberg, and McCann. Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, who are Trump's sons, are also proposed to be banned for 5 years under the same terms based on the summary judgment. Trump, his business, and senior officials were all found guilty of fraudulently preparing and certifying Trump's financial statements on multiple occasions, allegedly between $801 million and $2.2 billion was exaggerated out of these claims. Banks, according to the defense's separate motion, checked the financial statements on their own, and there isn't enough proof to show that anyone intended to defraud. They also questioned the Attorney General's inability to prove insurance fraud or show any real-world impact on truth social. Trump vehemently denied any wrongdoing and condemns the lawsuit, calling it a politically driven witch hunt and claiming that his financial assertions are conservative. His intention is to file an appeal with the court. Last month, testimony came to a close in the trial that began in early October. On January 11, the attorneys for the two sides will deliver their closing arguments within the next few weeks. Judge Arthur Engoron plans to release a written ruling outlining his conclusions. December 18 was the ruling date for Engoron's mistrust of the Trump team's claims of exaggerated financial figures, which he characterized as subjective values. Among Trump's many legal troubles are state charges in Infant County, Georgia, federal charges in Washington, D.C., and mishandling of confidential materials. In Florida, this business fraud complaint is just one of many. The Attorney General's original damage estimate for Trump and his companies in 2022 was $250 million. However, her requested penalty of $37 million exceeds that amount. In line of these events, Trump has maintained his denial of guilt, accused the of prosecutorial misconduct, and characterized the legal proceedings against him as politically driven. Final verdict of the judge will mark the end of this legal drama. Trump slams the Attorney General for seeking $370 million. Alleged firms are fleeing New York on Truth Social, further intensifying the court struggle. He asserts that the matter involves prosecutorial misconduct and refers to it as a DOJ witch hunt. The sought-after penalty is more than James had anticipated, hence the risks are great. In a larger sense, Trump is spiraled in a web of legal troubles with claims to the improper handling of secret information, and the legal terrain is complicated and wide-reaching, touching on other jurisdictions. Outside of New York, the course that Trump takes in his post-presidential career will certainly be determined by the results of these judicial actions, according to a report in The Hill from Saturday, January 620,124. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, ARA, has been fined $122,000 by the Federal Election Commission FAC for what is purportedly illegal fundraising for political action. Committees PACs. The recently disclosed conciliation agreement is the source of this information. According to the FEC, Green violated the FICA of 1971 by soliciting non-federal funds. Her official Green for Congress social media pages reposted in ad which is the source of the alleged infraction. Ads featuring Green talking about the Georgia Senate runoff elections in 2021 first appeared on the website, YouTube, and social media accounts of the Stop Socialism now pace. In December 2020, Senate candidates John Off and Raphael Warrock, both Democrats, were victorious in the end. Because of these elections, the conciliation agreement states that Green wanted to solicit donations to support the PC's attempts to block of and war no's Senate candidacies. English auto-generated.